Hello, everybody. This is Cholera with Rise, and this is set 3 of Samson Khan versus Air Force Ace, played on December 31st. In this matchup, we have Eros TT on the left versus Rage on the right. TT, a Protoss on Samson Khan, well known for his epic fail against Savior a few months ago when he lost his last pylon when he should have by all means won the game, and he got eliminated by Savior when he was way ahead. But this should be
Yeah.
an interesting game here on Neo Requiem 2. We've been seeing plenty of PvPs on here. He's fighting Rage, a former 2v2 player for Air Force Ace.
It's kind of funny. Both these players are pretty bad on paper, so we'll have to see where this actually goes. I'm a little curious who's going to be in a better position to take any advantage in this game. I mean, I think that this is going to be like a battle of the bad. We'll see who's worse, and
Yeah.
not really who's better, but who plays worse to lose this game. So anyway, red toss is TT, green toss is Rage. So Rage, the 9 o'clock position, and TT, the 12 o'clock position. Again, Neo Requiem is an interesting map for PvP games. We've seen a lot of good ones. We've seen Stork versus Bisu is probably the biggest one that comes to mind, and some other ones where we see a lot that has to do with map control on this map. I think Stats played. I forget who he played. Maybe it was Bisu or someone like
Young.
that on this map
He
as
faced
well.
Young.
Oh, okay. Young. That was an
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
game, actually. And just all these games have showed how important it is to have center map control on this map in particular because of the
Oh,
lowered
definitely.
natural basis. So we'll see if that plays into account when we start seeing their builds come out. If we see some sort of two-gate build, we can assume that they are thinking heavily about that. And of course, if we see someone go into a tech build, we've seen Stork do that as well. He went straight to a tech build, and he started going for Reavers and tried to break out later in the game, which unfortunately for him didn't really work out too well because Bisu already had complete middle control as well as Reavers of his own. So I think the players aren't going to want to let it see it get that far because once it gets that far, it's pretty much impossible. I mean, if Stork couldn't do it, it's pretty much impossible to get out. Of course, he was doing it against Bisu, so maybe that's not the best example. But it's going to be tough, and that's how the map control is going to play out here. Now, we're going to see an assimilator go down for TT right off the bat. I
Man,
don't
air
know
pylon.
if... ooh, nice manner pylon. Oh, well, not that nice. Catching one probe, but enough to annoy him for sure. We don't see much mana pylons lately. There was a period like a couple of months ago where we were seeing them constantly from the
Yeah.
likes of Stork and Bisu of all people. Like they were doing it regularly. And now I don't know if the games are more anti-mana pylons with the mineral sets or what it is, but haven't seen as many. And maybe it's also kind of a waste of minerals for both players. If you only catch one probe, I don't know if it pays off, but then again, if it does,
It's close.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very close, and there's a lot of debates and people testing it out. But generally, it does have a slight advantage if you can get it perfectly. It actually has more to do with the number of mineral patches blocked more than necessarily the number of probes. Although getting 2 or 3 probes doesn't hurt at all either. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is the mana pylon from Rage on top of TT's base. So yeah, might have done some damage. Looks like both players are going for pretty much similar builds otherwise, though. They both have a core out. And here is a Zealot from no, I'm sorry. It looks like, yeah, there is a Zealot from Rage here, getting into TT's base. TT perhaps a little bit careless there, allowing it in, and this could do a lot of damage to TT here, losing one probe already. He's done. This is good. If he gets a second one, it would be definitely worth it.
Two.
Second one goes down 3, I think. Oh my God! I think I got 3 probes at least with the help of the other probe. So nice work there from Rage from Air Force Ace. The main base is on lower ground here. It looks like he's going to go for a second gateway here. I think I'm actually curious whether he has range upgraded yet. And looks like, whoa, this is a way delayed. Yeah, this is no. He's probably just waiting to go up to get range. But this is a way delayed second gateway here, and Cybernetics core from TT. So TT either made some mistakes in his macro, or he is significantly behind. And I think he is significantly behind here,
He's
economically
behind.
speaking, against Rage. Yeah, definitely. And Rage now getting his range upgrade. TT doesn't have that started. He doesn't even have a second gate up. So nice work here from Rage, picking up an early lead.
Yeah, you can see it in the probe saturation actually. If you look at Rages and then you look at TTs, it just looks
Right.
like Rage has a lot more mining than TT. And I mean that just goes to show that he also may have cut probe production for a little while there. As by the way, Rage has cut probe production right now it seems. Oddly enough, but if TT felt that he needed to get some guys out to defend this, he may have cut probe production on top of losing a lot of probes, which is just going to hurt him even more. And now we see, yeah, I think that was the case because we have 3 zealots out for TT. No, for TT.
For
I hate
TT,
when
yeah.
they show the first place and first person view of the players when they press tab and change their colors to green and red. Kind of makes it difficult when one of the players is green and the other player is red to begin with. But anyway, robotics facility going down for TT now, and here's the first person view of Rage, who has a lot more goons than TT. Nope, actually, TT just catching up now with the goon count, and so we're going to see a pretty even army force. But I'd have to give the advantage to Rage at this point. We'll see if he can capitalize on it though. Although he's got less units out, which is kind of amusing to me. No, okay, now he's got his 4th goon out, so he's going to be able to handle this with not much of an issue. The question is, who has range? 5 goons out now. Range upgrading currently for Rage. I don't know if TT has it. And oh, Rage is going to catch a couple of goons out on the field. And he's going to force TT all the way back to his base. And that, folks, could be the name of the game right there. Observatory going down as well. If we see him get TT back inside his base, which he is,
Oh
and
no,
he's getting a lot of shots
yeah.
on him, this is very bad for TT at this point. Rage pretty much all he's got to do is camp outside this base, starve him for minerals, and play the macro game. And you can see TT going the robotic support bay. He's going to try to break out with Reavers. He's not going to be able to do it any sooner than that, especially with that hill advantage that Rage is currently enjoying.
Yeah, this is a really good opening here from Rage, and this is a great contain. It's very, very hard to break out of it. Even the best players can't do it, and I firmly think this is in Rage's hands here if he doesn't mess up, which certainly could happen, though, because neither of these players are very good. And looks like here comes TT moving out here, gonna push in with his Zealots. Nice moves here. Looks like Rage is going to take the battle, though. Rage with just too many Dragoons up that hill, and TT knows it. By the way, TT is the captain of Samson Khan, which is
Of
interesting
course.
because, yeah, in general, the captains are not the best players of their teams. Let's just put it that way. We got, guys like TT and what's his name, Dr. K, whatever his name, Bull T. Just a lot of weird players. Captaining the teams. Looks like he's forced to fight with his probes here. Nice work here, although it looks like he might be able to drive him back with a lot of probes.
Oh.
No, he doesn't even do it. He's just going to have to reinforce here. This is so bad. Those probes are not mining, and TT looking a little bit scared there. Maybe TT is just physically the strongest on Samson Khan, which is possible because they're not known for physical strength. So it might be a very uncivilized society there in the Samson Khan house where might makes right, and basically he just spanks Fireman Hero at night when he messes up. I don't know. That's the only thing I can guess. He
I
is
bet they
also
have
older,
pillow
of course.
fights. They probably have
Yeah,
pillow
and
fights.
TT breaks them up with his physical strength.
I'd love
What
to
was I
live the
trying to
life of
say?
a day in one of those houses.
Yeah,
See
basically,
what
yeah. I
happens.
think. Oh, they have Frozian too. Yeah, God, Frozian.
Oh God.
They probably rag on him
Proceed.
all day long. That kid.
Did
Cute
you win the
angel.
game yet?
But
No, no, no.
so it looks like the contain's been broken a little bit. By the way, just to mention, Samson Khan is the best player in the Pro League before this week. They are far in the lead, in fact, so they're definitely still the best team. And Air Force Ace is the worst team, ranked 1st and 12th. So the fact that they're going to probably win this set is actually is quite good for them because their players are very poor this season. They lost Boxer, of course. They gained Reach, but Reach is still too busy recovering from the many wars he's been involved with recently in the Middle East, and so he hasn't been playing that much. So right now, it's good that looks like Rage is going to pull ahead here, and he's got a Reaver coming out right now, so that's going to probably seal the deal here.
Yeah, I think as soon as that Reaver gets over into the base, I mean, see, Rage is in an interesting position here. He's got the front door completely controlled, and at the same time, he can go in the back and harass there. So what he can do is he can allow himself in the front door and distract there, and then just take out a ton of probes at the same time in the back door. But actually, did Rage
Why is he
back all
backing
the way
off?
off?
Interesting.
Because
Yeah.
he's one of the worst players, of course. I mean, I don't, why else would he do that? That makes zero sense. I mean,
Well,
right now he has such an advantage, and again, we know how important map control is on this map. And if TT can get outside of his base, this is going to be it for Air Force Ace to begin with, because that'll be game over. But it looks like, is that a second Reaver? Did he just wait for?
it
Why do
is.
they keep
Yeah.
showing that same girl? She must be the only Ace Air Force Ace fan in the crowd. But
Well,
Reaver out now for TT as well.
I
What's
mean,
up?
one guess I would have is that he was afraid TT was going to go for a drop in the back of his base, but it is strange that he would bring all of his forces when all you needed was maybe three
Yeah.
dragoons. Looks like he's remembered now how to play StarCraft, so he's going to bring his forces to the ramp again. Unfortunately for TT,
Shield
he
battery.
lacked the yeah, shield battery from TT really needs to defend. Unfortunately for TT, he lacked the game sense also to move his troops up at that critical moment when he could have gained some high ground. So no harm done to himself there from from Rage. Rage now pushing forward with two Reavers.
Ooh.
TT only has one Reaver. Oh, Reaver goes down, I think. TT not really taking advantage of the shield battery very well there, and TT has nothing in that shuttle. He's just letting it hang out in front, and looks like Rage is going to win this game here. He's got two Reavers, more reinforcements coming in. Yeah, it is way over here for TT, and TT is going to add another loss, unfortunately, to his record.
GG. Wow,
GG.
wow.
So TT now, I think, he's actually only 2-2. He's not that bad this season. Rage is 2-3 now, so pulling up one game for Air Force Ace. Samson Khan still in the lead, 2-1 though, but a good game, if a little bit mistake-ridden for both players. But next game we're going to see Stork versus Anytime, so hopefully that'll be a more highly skilled game.
I can't wait. This game doesn't deserve any post commentary. See you in the next game.
Yeah.